And this project is really interesting. Uh, we won many international awards for this project, and the land is really small, just 2,000 square meter. We built here is 5 bungalow and 2 storage of the building and many bed inside. Each bungalow can contains like like 30 customers, 30 visitor can sleep inside this, and with 5 we have 150. And here is a restaurant. You can see it, really beautiful ocean view. And we make everything is really simple for achieve the building with really low cost. And the structure is by straight and HP cell, and then every element here is straight, but the surface we create is curved, but every element here is just a straight one. And from the bungalow we can see here, I never been here too. Here is the bamboo style like chief in Venice. Few years ago, and I was in Myanmar, so I never been to see this project too. They convinced me to come to see, to give to answer the question of the jury about the jury panel at Juni panel for the award of the Venice Biennale, but I refused to do so. And they invite me to give the lecture here, but I was busy for my meditation in Myanmar, so I never been to. And then we have to make this SP cell within 20 days with just 6 workers from Vietnam and few workers from Italian worker. But we could achieve really precise project by HP cell too, like this. And here is the next project we also done during the period, my period, meditation periods. I was in Myanmar, and is for lighting company. So we designed the project is like a light box in the city. So it make the glass blocks. It really huge surface. It has to be really precise to to put everything at this right place. And you can see here is really detailed. And we also try to offer for the city a greenery space with the glass block around like this. And another project is Viettel Upside Studio, which won the World Architecture Festival a few years ago for office building. And yeah, we tried to make from the concrete. And I think this is almost the first project in Vietnam we could achieve like really huge surface of concrete. And the space inside this staircase also make the concrete, and it is really detailed, And the floor, the column, the ceiling, is the staircase, everything is made up like a concrete, and we can see really calm courtyards in between this project. The courts like this. This is a Viettel Academy Center. During the construction site, I've been there just once or twice, and the concept of the building is like a tropical forest. We plant the tropical forest and we put the box inside the forest, and we connect them by the concrete slab. And the forest make the shadow, and the wall itself is made up brick, and we create like the surface. You can see here the tree here now is really big now, and it make really beautiful shadow, and the brick wall itself also have beautiful shadow too. And the shadow have the it will be good for like Indian climate too, because it kind of a little bit have a like similar issue from climate from Vietnam to India. So we create the forest. This tree is the biggest tree, almost biggest tree in Vietnam. It can be 30 or 40 meter high. Is really high and make the big shadow for the architect. So we have to take the picture, but in reality, we think when the tree become big, and then the building will finish, because the concept is we want to build we want to plant a forest and put the box in the forest, and we create a pond in the middle of the project to create the climate. Ví khí hậu là gì? Bioclimate, microclimate, and this is the precise brick wall. That's in India you are good at making the brick, and then here make it really beautiful shadow for outside, and not only the shadow, but also not only the beauty, but also it helps to reduce the heat on the surface. And we would like to explain here about the wisdom. After you finish the concentration meditation based on the morality, the 5 precepts, you develop the wisdom. What is the wisdom of Buddha teaching? Is about, first of all, is about mentality and materiality. Mentality and materiality is you discern your body or huge universal by a subatomic particle. It's really small, and it appear and disappear again and again, disappear within our body, within the building, within the any object, within the universal. So if you can discern the materiality and mentality, and that is the first wisdom of the Buddha teaching. Buddha teach us 16 wisdom, and the first one is mentality and materiality, and the second one is cause and effect. And then we can discern a lot of our past lives. I repeat again, to understand about cause effect, you need to discern a lot of your past lives or your future lives. And then what is the reason which make you to be born as a human, and now here let's listening to me about the Buddha teaching, and what there will be the reason for you to go to the next lives. And then you need to discern many your past lives and future life to understand the cause and effect. And at the third wisdom of Buddha teaching is about impermanence, suffering, and non-self. What is impermanence? The appear and disappear of materiality and mentality very fast. It every moment, in the Pali, every sadhana, and then you can see it appear and disappear very fast. The materiality and mentality, that is everything, and then you can know everything is impermanence. You can see that from within your body or outside or other people, and because you can discern the materiality and mentality, you can discern your many past lives and future life. And what is suffering? Because is appear and disappear, and that means you were facing with birth, aging, sickness, and dying, and then that is long-term impermanence. But uh, every moment is appear and disappear within your body and within yourself, that it make you suffering. And because you think everything is permanent, and then that's why you are suffering. And this and non-self, because everything is appear and disappear, then nothing is like yourself, like your wife or your husband or your teacher, your architecture. So that is the main Buddha teaching is this three wisdom. We have the 16, but today I just explain you a little bit is about this three here. Just three wisdom is basic and important, the most important part of the Buddha teaching. And the benefit for the wisdom is to be enlightened, you know, and to be enlightened is the big goal of everybody. Even, you know, the president of the United States, he is suffering because losing losing the election. But not about that. We are all facing with aging and die. I'm going to die soon, and you are going to die soon too. And we are all die. And then what important thing is not about our architecture or our as an architect, we are making an architecture, but also but about the precept and meditation can help you to improve this life and next lives. That will be the most important. And then that will be the biggest purpose of our life. I was born not to become an architect, but accidentally I became an architect. But you know, I know clearly is Buddha teaching is more important, and about the precept and meditation is important, and that's why it is really hard to hire a staff, because we require them to maintain the 5 precepts and meditate for 2 hours per day. And the young nowadays, they don't want to accept that condition to enter my company. But I was ready to have less amount of staff, but luckily, you know, recently there are many people enter my company because maybe they don't have works during the pandemic. But I was ready, you know. I explained you about here about the morality and concentration and wisdom. Morality is for us at a yogi, we have the 5 Buddhist precepts, and concentration and wisdom is about meditation. You should meditate to develop your concentration based on morality, and you can discern the wisdom about materiality and mentality based on the concentration and morality. And the cause and effect is also, without concentration you cannot discern your past lives and future lives, and concentration you cannot develop without morality. And the wisdom again is important to be enlightened, but it's based on the concentration and morality. And the third wisdom is about impermanence, suffering, and non-self. Also based on the first um, wisdom and second wisdom about materiality and mentality. What is impermanence? Impermanence of materiality and mentality, and their cause and effect, and suffering, because you think everything is permanent, that's why you are suffering, and everything is impermanent, that's why it's non-self. So at the office, normally we as an architect, we violate the precept, and then because without precept we cannot develop well our concentration. But if we maintain the 5 precept well, like you need to buy a software that costs you huge money. If the Revit and 3D Max is really extremely expensive, or another software too, or you want to Photoshop your works to submit to win an award, that also violate the five Buddhist precepts. Or you make up the story to make your building more interesting, also kind of violate the 5 precepts too. And we run just an example, and we run our office based on the 5 precepts and concentration and wisdom. Concentration and wisdom means meditation. Meditation can develop concentration and wisdom based on morality. Morality means the 5 Buddhist precepts. And here is the diagram for meditation. It's a little bit hard for you to see, but at the base here is about the morality. The precept for us is a 5 precept, but for a monks it will be 227 precepts. And here is about 40 type of concentration meditation Buddha teach us to practice. And here is about the wisdom. Basically is about the 3 wisdom that I told you. We have the 16, but the most important is the 3 wisdom. When you observe the impermanence of mentality and materiality and their cause and effect, your mind will catch the nibbana. You will be enlightened at that time. And when your mind catches the nibbana, you will be enlightened. And the 4th stage of being enlightened in first state, and the last one is arahant. That means this life will be the last life, and then that will be the achievement of us to be enlightened. And I repeat for you again, is all of my life purpose is about to achieve the nibbana, to be enlightened, not about being an architect. Architect is not really important for my life. So but at a resort, if I could achieve the full absorption concentration, I rarely have to go to the construction site, which was impossible before. And we still can achieve a lot of good architecture without going to the site or even meet the client. And thank you very much.